Benyahu. Today I am going to tell you about the original language and duplicate language of the Bible. John 19 verse 19. Pilate also wrote an inscription and put it on the cross. It read, Yeshua of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Verse 20. Now many of the Jews read this inscription, because the place where Yeshua was crucified was near the city. And it was written in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. Many Bible scholars says that our Savior Messiah has spoken Aramaic. And the Aramaic language was the common language of that time. But these verses says that it was written in Hebrew, Latin and Greek. Where is the Aramaic language? Aramaic language was the language of Syrian people and Hebrew is the language of the Jewish people. And our Savior was not Aramaic but he was a Jew. And being a Jew he spoke the Hebrew language only. Jewish people consider Hebrew language as a heavenly language. Other languages are languages of heathen people and they hate to speak it. This is just the misunderstanding of the Christians. Today's scholars and theologians are misguiding people that our Savior Yeshua has spoken Aramaic, once upon a time or during the time of King Nimrod the whole world was speaking only one language because Genesis 11 chapter verse 1 says that the whole world was speaking one language. But after the Tower of Babel Elohim has confused them and they scattered in and around the world and they have developed their own languages. And at present time roughly 7,000 diverse languages are spoken in the world today. All these languages are called the different tongues and language of confusion. Except Hebrew language other languages are different tongues and except Hebrew nation the other nations are Gentiles. Hebrew nation is called the chosen nation. But Gentile nations are lawless people. They worship whatever they get. They eat whatever they receive. But chosen nation Hebrews are not like that. They follow the law which Creator has given to them. There are everythings in two, like Elohim and Satan, good and evil, day and night, light and darkness, right and wrong. Sciences also are of two types, science which glorify the Creator and science which deny the Creator. Similar way history are also of two types, true history and false history. Today at present if you see in and around us you will find everything original and duplicate. Everything has been hybrided. By seeing these things we can remember the Lucifer who was an archangel but he thought to become Elohim the Almighty and says in his heart I will establish the kingdom in the west. But he was thrown down to earth. Even today he is controlling the earth as duplicate God. Let me come to the point. Today's Bible scholars are arguing and present their points that our Savior has spoken Aramaic language and they deny Hebrew language. Majority scholars claims that the New Testament was written in Greek language. In this regard I can say that this is the big conspiracy to lead people into the wrong history. As I said there are two sides in everything. Similar way there is an original name of our Savior Yeshua and duplicate name Jesus. Original name Yahweh and duplicate name Lord. Original name Elohim and duplicate name God. Original day of worship Shabbat but duplicate day of worship Sunday. Original language Hebrew and duplicate language Aramaic and Greek. Aramaic language is similar to Hebrew language that is why people are confused to choose the truth. Original is always costly but duplicate is cheaper but original will last more. Hebrew is a language of our Savior and Aramaic is the language of Syrian Gentiles. How will our Savior being Jewish speaks in Aramaic or Greek? He said already that he came for Jewish people. John 1 verse 11. Remember one thing. Everybody love their mother tongue. Hebrew people also love their language more than anything else. I personally believe that my Savior never spoke Greek, Latin or Aramaic but he spoke the Hebrew and only Hebrew. And First New Testament also was written in Hebrew and later translated in Greek. For this I have already posted video proving that First New Testament was written in Hebrew. Here also I want to leave one question to you so that you may start researching it. My question to you is, if New Testament was written in Greek then why all the Hebrew words are used in the Greek Bible? Like, Emmanuel, Hosanna, Eli Eli lama sabachthani, Shabbath, Shalom, Hallelujah, Talita Kumi etc. If you read whole New Testament then you will find many Hebrew words which were translated from Hebrew text. Finally I want you to find out the original and be in the truth. Don't follow duplicate things and be in the wrong way. Wrong way will lead you to wrong heaven and that is hell. May the Almighty Elohim give you wisdom to choose the truth rather than the lie. Your brother Benyahu from Bangalore, India. Shalom.